Hello everybody and welcome back to Stardew Valley, where tomorrow is the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, and I believe that social wise, do we only now have the henchmen to do? We do, so it really is just a case of sorting out the henchmen, and also I believe we still have 4 hearts to get with Lance, so we've got a little bit of work to do with that sort of stuff. But mostly it's going to be about the money. So we've got a few collection bits that we need. Like I say, we need to make our... I think Robin's busy at the moment making a fish pond. I'm going to throw the shark in there pretty soon. So that'll be the shark's tooth done. We've already got a whole load of geese to try and sort out this golden goose situation. Okay. Then we need to get a golden slime egg, a mega purple mushroom, and a genie lamp, which I believe are all to do with the same quest. That is from the Crimson Badlands. That is from killing the Apophis in the Crimson Badlands. That one there is from the Poltergeist. So I know my stuff now. But there's one thing I don't know how to get. So we're just going to very quickly look that one up. So swirl stone. I know what it is. But how do we get it? I have forgotten. It is gotten from a voideal pond. Okay. Or from foraging in the Crimson Badlands. But it is foraged off the ground in there. Okay. Good to know. But I'm thinking that maybe a voideal pond would be a good idea, because I think that also gives me the void pebble. No, I've already got a void pebble. What was the other void one? Is that maybe from a different kind of eel? So void eel. And then I think that might be a different one. Let me have a look. Let's see if I can find it. So what is that one there next to the void carrot? I don't know what it... My problem is I don't know what things are called. Collections. Stardew. Yes, it's giving me Stardew expanded. Okay, so let's have a quick look what that one is. It's next to the void carrot thing. Void root, void shard, void soul. So void shard, that comes from the Apophis. Is that the only place? Yes, it might be. Okay. So I think the void shard is coming from there. The swirl stone can come from the void eel. So we need to make a void eel pond as well then. So shark pond, void eel pond, geese, Marlon's quest, and a few Crimson Badland things. Okay, cool. Good to know. So basically we need to get back in the Crimson Badlands really, really badly. But mostly today, what I'm going to be doing is continuing what we were doing yesterday. There's a letter. I don't know if I looked at that already. Oh yeah, some stuff from Clint. So we're going to be looking at trying to get some fertilizer on these fields and get them planted in properly. So I think I did bring some fertilizer. I bought 300. I think I might need 400 or so to fully sort it out, but I don't know if I even have that many. I'll have that many seeds. So I've got 14 ancient seeds there. I've also got some ancient fruit somewhere. Where's that gone? 36 more there. Okay. I haven't put... There's no way I put them all... Let's check the fridge. There's no way I put them all in the... Oh, they're on my... They're in my inventory. They're in my inventory. It's fine. It's fine, everyone. I found them. So we've got 50 already. So I think what I want to do to start with is get the seeds done and see how many we've got. While I spend just the tiniest little bit of time just repairing a little bit of... In fact, it would help greatly in this endeavor if the hoe and the berries were next to each other. That would help hugely with what we are trying to do here. Just want to get these repaired. Especially the ones at the top, because they'll be the first ones I plant. And maybe we should start a little bit of planting as well. This Rome wasn't built in a day, and this will not happen in a day. Stupid mixed seeds, how dare they? I told you they were up to no good. That was good. That was me tabbing out to check turn my recording software back to my right screen, and then it sort of messed everything up. Lovely. All right, so I think if we just do the ones here very quickly, maybe I do just need to ignore the seeds for a second. So that's the first couple of rows repaired. Like I say, I don't know if I'll have the fertilizer for all of it, but we'll see how many we end up with. We're on 109 right now. And we only have 108 of those left, but we might end up with a couple of hundred, so we might be all right. Let's start planting. I reckon we can get this whole top row done. I'm actually really annoyed that it went down one row below where I wanted it to there. And then let's get some first. Make sure before the end of the day. It's only 9:20 in the morning, actually. I spent a long time in pause menus looking things up, didn't I? That's okay. So that's all of the seeds planted that we've got so far. Another 16 of them. By the time we've made all the seeds and planted all the seeds, lovely. I've had time to get the watering done at least as well, so let's do that. All these little areas that didn't have... I mean, not that I'm that worried about it, but the main thing is to get the fertilizer down. But it doesn't hurt to have them all growing at the same time. I'm not always like majorly on task when it comes to harvesting on the right days. I probably should be more than I am. Let's face it. Just quickly water these patches that didn't get water, and then we'll start with the fertilizer. We'll see how far that stretches, and we'll plant up to how far it stretches, and anything that we don't manage to get done today will get done tomorrow. All right, fertilizer. Did I even put it in my inventory? Probably not. Know what I'm like. All right, fertilizer. Let's go. Okay, I can't go back to that every single time I see it ready. I can a little bit, but I do need to get other things done in the meantime. It reminds me of when I was a kid and I worked on a cigarette kiosk for a while in a supermarket. And they'd want you to stock all the cigarettes, but every time you put like 3 cigarette packets out, you would... There'd be a customer, and then you're supposed to serve the customer, and then it'd be like, why didn't you get all the packets out? It's like, because every time I did, a customer came in. And basically what you'd have to do is just ignore the customer for just like 30 seconds and get another couple out. Otherwise you just never got anything done. So that's kind of the way this is. I think. Bit of an odd way of explaining it. Do not smoke, people. It's a bad habit. I never have, and my lungs are great. Yeah, because, you know, COVID didn't wreck them or anything. Spend your life like singing and doing everything right for your lungs, and then sickness gets them instead. So on 121 fertilizer there. I reckon we'll at least finish the row. But yeah, this should help plug the gap. Like, I'm at the moment making about, depending on what happens, like usually 500,000 to, we haven't hit 1 million in a week yet. I'm hoping that this will be the difference. We're looking at that sort of amount anyway. And like I say, like I've now had enough experience with cheese stuff that I know that it's not that important that I take every quest every week. In fact, I should go and buy some of the recipes off him when I'm finished here. That'd be a useful thing to do. I'm definitely getting at least one more row out of this, so... Just trying not to put too much fertilizer down. Not that it's the end of the world if I waste a bit, but I'd rather not. All right, let's go back to the watering can. Water the bits that need a water. And poor old Lance, we got married yesterday. I missed one there, look. We got married yesterday and I've not spent any time with him since. I mean, to be fair, the first thing he did tell me after we got married was, let's get back to the farm work. It's not going to do itself. I mean, like, so romantic. Where's the honeymoon? Like... I think Logan would have told me to get back to work. No, he'd be like, honey, you're working too hard. Make sure you take a rest. See, this is the difference. Right. What was the other one? You haven't been eating. You need to make sure you're eating. I love video game spouses. It must be... I think it's so hard, though, to properly simulate that. In a, like, a realistic way. If for no other reason, then it's sort of, you know, your fantasy husband, I suppose, in a way, isn't it? And you don't really want to create a husband like that, or a wife, that is... too human, because then they're not so perfect at the relationship and everything, but maybe a bit more humanity in them, a bit more imperfection in them would be a cool thing. I don't know. Let me know your opinions on that one. I'm sure you have them. I know you have them. 100% know you have them. All right, I'll fix the bottom of the field. But we may need to wait a week until we get another harvest. We would have had one, I think, yesterday, but I don't know. The harvests are all really out of whack, so I'm not sure actually when harvest day is anymore. I think it might even be Monday at this point. I have to pay attention to that. Why can't I hit the... I'm trying to go too fast. More haste, less speed. Which means the more you intend to be fast, the less you actually are fast. The more you try to be fast, the more you are hasty. 33 more plants, and we've spent the whole day just planting these. However, one day, putting in a system to make more money for yourself over time is not a bad thing. And then I've got the scythe now, so it doesn't take too long for me to... Hey, it wasn't too bad, actually, in terms of how much fertilizer I guessed I would need versus how much I've ended up needing. Yeah, I'm actually 3 short there. Kind of sucks. All right, so I'll put this 14 in there just because I'm not going to be able to put fertilizer. But you know what? It doesn't matter if for some of them they don't have fertilizer, right? I'll just do what I can with what I've got. It's fine. I might be able to make some, actually. I can't see. Where's my light ring? I don't have it on me, do I? No, probably not. Soul sapper ring. Okay, so let's just see if I can... What do I... It's sap, isn't it? Do I have any sap? And do I have any fish? Yeah, I've got a few sap. I'm sure I've got a few fish. Somewhere. Oh, did I take all the fish home? I think I might have done. I do have a fishing rod on me, though. So maybe we could just stand in the river here and catch a couple of fish and then make some fertilizer. Out of Jojo Colas. Oh, come on. Don't make me go to the ocean. Do discus. I think it's one of any fish to make fertilizer. This is annoying. All right, so how many can I make out of that then? 4. That's a bit better than nothing. So can I even see? Nope. I literally have no light source at this point. So I would say I've probably done a good enough job. I think it's those 3 there and then like those 3 down there and maybe a couple there that don't have fertilizer on them. But the majority of the field does. I'm happy enough with that. I think I'm going to go to bed. And then maybe head back to Stardew in the morning and like quickly go and grab any fertilizer I've got or get some more off Pierre even. So, and then pop back over. Oh, how are we doing for bananas today? Because I'm waiting for 10 bananas. Oh, there's still seeds right now. Yes, I can fix this. I reckon I need probably 300 did most of the fields, so probably like another 150 to 200. Thanks, dude. Moonlight jellies at 10 p.m. tonight. All right, let's go and see Pierre. In fact, let's put these in here. Didn't realize I still had some. I'll see if there's any in a chest or anything like that as well back at home. I occasionally do put them in. And we can throw away our junk and all that stuff. Can't wait to have my Ginger Island teleporter though. That's going to be so good. I'm just going to throw that stuff away. Don't need any of that. Maybe the bars. Maybe the bars. Okay, so a little bit of fishing bait. We still have, I think, 3 fish to get. If I remember rightly. We've got anglerfish, which will be in fall. We've got crimson fish, which will be in fall, and a glacier fish, which will be in winter. So, first of all, will be tomorrow. Oh, I need like loads more. I need like 384, I think it is. Plus extra. So I think we need to go to Pierre and get like 500 fertilizer. I didn't put anything away, did I? No, of course I didn't. I took all that gold and iridium with me. I also didn't check the bananas. I'm almost certain the bananas will take a couple more days though. Oh, everything's a mess in these chests as well. I will sort that out later though, because All we need right now is 384 cranberry seeds. I have some coffee on me. No, let's actually just take Tilly. Let's go. Let's go, Tilly. Okay, so we'll take Tilly and we'll go over to Pierre's place. By the time we get there, it'll be open. I've got a nice big hot cup of tea here, so let me drink it before it goes cold. I should try going in buildings sometimes just in case I've missed a cutscene. Like, Victor and Olivia. Have we had a cutscene with them lately? What? I never knew Olivia had a twin. I think I found out a secret. But no more cutscenes by the looks of it. I think I wasn't meant to know that. I think we're in the Twilight Zone. Okay, so I'm going to need myself 500 of these. Now, why we can't go in bigger increments, I don't know. But we'll just like zoom through getting 500. I haven't had all this practice at these clicker games for nothing, you know? We do about 500. I'll see how far that stretches on Ginger Island as well. And we want about 385 cranberry seeds. And then the Junimos can get those for me. And then I just leave them to it. And every so often I just sell the stuff that they produce. How much does cranberry sell for? I've forgotten that. Stardew cranberry. They sell for 75 gold each. There's 2 cranberries every 5 days. So 150 back of each plant. But 360 seems quite a lot of money, actually. Yeah, the purchase price in the general store is meant to be 240. How interesting. So actually making cranberries is if they're going to be 360 gold. So let me just see. I bought 385 of them. 308. I'm sure I'll make my money back over the season. And that cost me 360 per seed. So that was 138,000 in seeds. So then you get 150 back per plant, assuming it's not like got any star levels, which it will do. You'll get a harvest every 5 days plus 7 days, so 7, and then you'll get one on like 21 more days. So you get 4 harvests times 4. So you get 600 back. So yeah, it's an okay. You get like less than double. Definitely the seed makers would be the way forward for that, I think. Keep like 300 of them back and make them with the seed maker, because 360 versus the 75 you sell 1 cranberry for is actually quite a big difference. And I am trying to think about money now a bit more. However, that's fine. And then also, if you've spent on fertilizer 150, so you're then 500 and you're only getting 600 back. So that's maybe not the best use of my time. I definitely think ancient fruit everywhere is just the best use of my time. But I bought these now, so we'll plant them in the morning. Oh, I bet they're more expensive because they're out of season. Don't buy them before the 1st. That's what you need to do. All right, well, I've learned my lesson from that. It's a 50% markup, isn't it? That's why they're so expensive. And I did that with the blueberries as well. Again, not like it's a massive issue or anything. Yeah, 1 blueberry, 55. And I probably spent a fortune on it. Absolute fortune on it. All right, so I'm just going to put my cranberry seeds into the Junimo hut, and then we're going to head back over Ginger Island. Oh my, yes, let's get the shark in there for my shark tooth. And then I need another one off Robin, don't I? I need another shark. I need one for the void eel. Those are all still going, lovely. Just gonna grab the shark and throw him in. Then I can start doing all the quests that are needed to multiply things up. And then maybe we will get a shark tooth, and that would be amazing. Right, where are you then? Where do I put you? There's the viper eel. I'm sure I've got the void eel somewhere as well. But it's the void eel I need. I'm certain I won't have thrown that away. I say, yep, there he is. Oh no, that's the lava eel. Oh, okay. And that's an eel. Huh. I might have to go fishing up another void eel. I don't see where that's gone. Did I need it for a recipe or something rather than... I don't want to fish it up if I've got it somewhere else, you know? But I am not certain where I put it. Huh. Okay. Anyone that can see that void eel, let me know. That's definitely a viper. There's definitely nothing eel-like looking in this chest. There's definitely nothing eel-looking in this chest. My arrowhead shark. And there's definitely nothing eel-looking other than the lava eel and the eel in there. So, yeah, I think I might have to go and catch another one. That's annoying. Also, where's my shark? There he is. Okay, let's throw the shark in the pond. And then we've got one more thing off our tick list of things that we need to do. I might end up going to the Crimson Badlands today. I'll see how busy I am with the planting and stuff. Let's throw him in. Do not eat the shark. Throw him in the pond, please. Thank you. Imagine if I ate the shark. I would reload the day if I ate the shark. I promise you right now that would happen. All right, so we want to go and grab a bit of algae, a bit of stone, and a bit of seaweed. We're going to see Robin. Oh, though, is it a festival day? I don't know if that counts today. Because it's an evening one. Oh, well, we'll try. We'll go up there and we'll try. Seaweed, algae, stone. And then I'll go and make a pond for the for the void eel. And we will go and catch ourselves another void eel. I can't find it anywhere. I'm certain I just went and caught it in the witch's swamp. It might just be that I needed it for a recipe, but I'd already caught it and I needed to put it straight into a stew or something, you know? So that's probably what's happened to it. So I'll need to catch another one just to pop it in a pond. And then we can get the swirl stone and possibly other things that I need to ship. All right, so we just want one more fish pond, please. Or double bubble farm. And I can either put it there, so it's in line with this in the corner, or I can just pop it next door. I might just pop it next door, actually. So Robin can work on that. I can always move them around if I don't like where they are. I doubt I will, though. Okay, so that'll happen first thing tomorrow morning. Lovely. So thankfully Robin was around. That's great. Then I'll maybe take my fertilizer to Ginger Island. So let's go down to the beach. Oh no! I can't get to Ginger Island because of the stupid festival and all the stuff will have grown. Well, if I can't get there, I can't get there. Simple as that. So let's just spend the rest of the day, I guess, messing around with the farm and stuff. That's very annoying, though. There's not too many things that I've planted without fertilizer, though, so I think we'll be okay. Although I think I planted more because I was like, oh, yeah, I can totally get back and it'll be fine. If I'm that desperate to fertilize it. How long has this been here? Wilderness golem statue, skeleton soldier statue, mummy statue, stone golem statue. How long has that been there? It's filled to the brim with mana. What? Why is that there? What? Where did that come from? Who put a random room in my house? I'm very confused. Did I do this? Because that was a wall before, right? Why is there a locked... I have no idea what that is. I don't know whether to wait and see if someone is going to tell me about it or... Like, my first thought is let's look up what that is, and I don't know if I should or not. In-house. Let's see if maybe that helps. We keep seeing this extra room in other players' houses. It's like a small closet or extra bedroom on the right-hand side of the house. Oh, it's Lance's spouse area. Okay. That's what that is. I was so confused. I was like, what is that? Why do I have this random bit in my house? But that's Lance's room. Okay. I can feel a bit better about that now. I was like, I'm so confused. I have no idea what this is about. All right, so the rest of today then, I guess, is going to be pick up truffles and sort things out in the barn and see what else I could do to make a bit of money sort of time, isn't it? And then I will plant my cranberries. But yeah, like, the money you get back from them just doesn't seem that great. And it's like, why am I bothering to do this if it's, you know, when I could just rake in the money from the ancient fruit I got planted? You know, I can see why maybe even having a shed full of seed makers would be a worthwhile endeavor here. Might be something I'll do. One of my empty house rooms, like the one to the top right, maybe. Okay, so we already sold an ostrich egg, so I can just make mayonnaise or whatever out of that now. My geese at the moment are still little chickadees, but, you know, one of them might have laid a golden egg. You never know. They totally haven't, but they could have done. I'm going to take the wool with me and the dinosaur eggs. And the rest will need to come across in a different trip. I'll be able to get rid of the row as well. And then I just want to sort my inventory, sort out general thing. Oh, no, that's not the right one. I want the shed. We'll get the truffles all away in the box. Get everything processing. Grab that cheese and sell it. Right then. Dinosaur mayonnaise. Here we go. Cotton in the loom. Most of that stack's nice. Very nice. I've still got all my fish pond stuff, sadly. Okay, let's throw the row into there. It all adds up. Throw the ostrich egg in. Sell the bear honey. I have to distinguish between bee honey and bear honey. Then sell the... No, I'm keeping void mayonnaise because I want to see the henchmen whenever possible. Let's pop the wool in there. And I've got cheese. That's fine. Okay, let's grab some truffles and make some truffle oil. I've got a lot of camel wool. Do you know what? I might actually start to sort that situation out. I think what I might need is at least one more, maybe two more of those camel wool makers. How do we make them then? They're fur wax and pine tar and battery pack and hardwood. Oh, what a pain. Let's see what of that I've got. And I'll put some stuff away while I'm doing it. It's the sort of thing I wouldn't normally think to do. So it's the kind of thing that when I've got a spare minute, it might help me to try and make that. So it's pine tar and fur wax. I have this strong suspicion that fur wax isn't something I've got right now. Not seeing pine tar either. Great. I'll just check that they're not somewhere else. That they shouldn't be, like my dump chest. No. Not that I can see. I'm pretty sure I had to use a lot of them for something else. I'm certain I remember having to use them for something else. So I'd have to go and see the bear for that. So let's not worry about that too much right now. Let's just put away some things. Haha. I had a feeling I'd done that. I'd have some more ancient fruit tucked away somewhere. I've also got plenty of fertilizer. Cool. Do we have some time left? We do. So I can either finish off the shed or we can make a quick pit stop to the henchman who's had, what, one mayonnaise so far this week. So if we do a second one, that's great. Haven't seen Lance around. Just his random room. No one explained to me that was going to happen. You're going to start adding bits to my house. Yeah, a henchman, especially before you get the Nexus, is a bit of a rough one to get. I'm going to be coming... Oh, yeah, I could fish for the... I probably don't have time, do I, though? Alright, so henchman, how many gifts have we given this week? Oh, we're on a new week, so we'll have to come back here. So what we can do is come back, catch the void eel, go and see if we can find the poltergeist. I think I'll be on this side of the map somewhere. But we can wander around until we find him and then return Rod out. So it's a lot easier nowadays than it used to be. Because it used to be that I'd get lost in here and that would be the end of it for me. Wait a minute, you spoil me. Munch, munch, munch. And also, like, I can just return Scepter out of here as well. I forget about that. It's so expensive, but it's so incredibly useful. And so we managed that. And actually, I've still got a minute left until the festival. So I could maybe throw some milk into the shed before we go. Let's just throw some milk into the cheesemakers. Some goat milk or something. It's whatever I can manage. And we'll just quickly sell that goat cheese because, like I say, I don't have the time right now. Oh, no, not that way. In there, please. So that'll be 30 grand of that, 12 grand of that. So that's 40,000. Did I just get 10 chicken mayonnaise from the ostrich egg? I swear that said it was 10 mayonnaises. Wow. That is so good. Right, to the beach we go. We're going to check on those moonlight jellies. Why do I always want to call them midnight jellies? Because I like to make up names for things to cover up my terrible memory. That's a heavy load of people for an ancient wooden dock. I'll stay over here near the beach. I can't believe summer's over. I feel like it just started. I'm going to take a picture of the jellies when they arrive. Alex, it does not get better, I promise you. If those jellies don't show up in the next 10 minutes, I'm getting out of here, wasting my evening. Life is so easy for a jellyfish, just letting the waves carry you onwards forever. I love how, like, people like Andy expect nature to work to your schedule, despite the fact that Andy works in nature and knows that that's not the case. Moonlight jellies, I wonder how they taste. I would never try it, of course. Don't tell Gus, but I'm a little disappointed there's no buffet tonight. There's Caroline and Pierre up here. These candles are romantic, aren't they? Ooh. I'm having that. Have a chat to Pierre as well. So if you're struggling to catch any fish, this is a place to get seafood pudding from. Make sure to swing by the shop tomorrow to get your full seas. I should have done that. I should not have bought them out of season. You should only really be using that for things like quests, not for getting your stuff ahead of time. I thought that that'd be a really cool way to do that, but it's such a waste of money. I was like, why are my cranberries 360 each? My goodness me. Is it me or is it just getting colder? The jellies were here a year ago. They'll be back again a year from now. Nature's amazing. And if you go to Ginger Island, they're over there too. And you can catch them. I hope there are babies this year. Good evening, She-Lab. The moonlight jellies are close. I already saw one glowing in the distance. Once we launch the candle boat, they'll come up to the docks and say hello. I caught the shiny one. Most night fish would be scared of the light. These are strange ones. Good evening, She-Lab. Hope you can find some time to relax before the harvest season. There, I just saw something glowing. Oh, it's gone. Hi there, honey. To tell you the truth, I've been looking forward to this moment. Aw. Look out there. At the endless sea, deep underwater, all kinds of life forms are moving around in the dark. Eerie, isn't it? The sky is clear tonight. A flawless backdrop of moonlight for the jellies. Wouldn't you say, She-Lab? Those moonlight jellies travel here all the way from across the world. They were at the Fern Islands just a few months ago. I wore my special shoes tonight. No one noticed. If we keep polluting the oceans, the jellies will surely go extinct. It's already in the process of happening. It shouldn't matter whether people notice your shoes. You should wear them because you feel good in them. Okay. Let's see. Now, I think we did chat to Jazz. Did we chat to everyone down here? I want to see the rare green jelly. I wonder if they're poisonous. Such a rare and exciting thing. And I thought I saw something moving in there. Something big. Something dark. Yeah, I don't think that was the jellies. I wonder what that might have been. Nothing I've caught yet. The sharks are all on Ginger Island, so... All right, and Willy, talk to you? Yeah, we have. Yeah, let's launch the boat. Attract the moonlight jellies to us. Here they come. I really love this one. It just, I don't know, there's something about this cutscene that's super calming. There's actually twilight in my room right now, and there's a real interesting light. There's the green one. Although it looks blue. But then water does funny things to colours. And nighttime. Light levels. The glow of summer has faded now, and the moonlight jellies carry on toward the great unknown. Bye, moonlight jellies. So I got me some seafoam pudding to add to my other seafoam pudding. So hopefully, if I have any trouble with any of those stinky fish that I've got remaining, the glacier fish is my bet as to which one might end up being stinky. But I've got 2 seafoam puddings, so I've got 7 minutes of like +4 fishing. So I'm hoping that'll be enough. I think things like glacier fish and stuff like that, they're caught in very specific places, and they're not as difficult to catch as something like the shark that doesn't come up all the time. So you can be a bit more targeted with it. So something that doesn't last as long might still give you the benefit you need for that. Okay, and I think it's time for me to go to bed. And we'll see if Lance is here. Oh, yeah, he is. How cute. You have a room in my house now, Lance. Did you know that? Did you build it? Did you put it there? There we are. So is he a sleep inner who's there in the morning, or is he a like get out of bed before me kind of guy? Let's see. He's a get out of bed before me kind of guy, apparently. All my jade is ready, so let's pick that up. It's a Monday right now, so I'll have to wait till next Sunday for that one. Ah, there he is. Good morning. Do you feel it too? The trees have all entered a great slumber. The smallest breeze showers us with leaves. Ah, and a little kiss as well. Very cute. Right, so I should head over to Ginger Island. Well, I should plant all my cranberries, and then we should head over to Ginger Island and sort things out over there as well. I don't know if I'll be able to sort out the issue I've already had with the fertilizer not going down, but like I say, not the end of the world if some of them come up without fertilizer, because I usually will go and I'll harvest every field. I'll make the least valuable ones into wine, and before selling the most valuable ones. So any that don't end up getting fertilizer on them will probably end up being winemaking ones anyway. You know what? Let's be lazy and throw them in there. But yeah, I was a bit annoyed that I couldn't go over there yesterday. It was like, no. Oh my goodness. That's not the right place. All right, so let's start off the day. So it's going to be a bit of a planting day today. And that's fine. Robin's working on my void eel area. probably will be tomorrow before I get to going and catching void eels and looking for poltergeists in the Witch's Swamp. So I think probably my next stop will be the Witch's Swamp. I'm just like, I've sorted out all the other stuff. Although actually I have 2 seasonal fish to catch as well. So we have the lantern fish. And what was the other one called? Yeah. Oh, and the midnight carp. I might have time to go and have a look at that one at the very end of the day, because it is an end of the day thing. But if I want to do things on Ginger Island, then I probably don't have time for that. So we'll have to see. There's a couple of bits I need to fix here as well. But yeah, it's very nice having the seeds ahead of time, but I don't know if it's worth the extra money I had to spend on the seeds. Definitely, if I'm going from 75 to 240, so it's saving me, like, every seed that the seed maker makes is saving me like 160. Wow, that's like a third of the price. It probably is worth doing. And it's worth getting more seed makers together to make that happen. So let's grab the cranberry seeds. I think I left them in the Junimo hut, did I not? I did. Also, why are we 1 scarecrow down as well? I might need to remake that. I don't really want crows eating my stuff. I've decided today's a day where I'm going to be fertilizing after I plant the seeds. I don't know why I've decided that, but that's what we have decided today. It's always this middle bit where it starts to go wrong, isn't it? Up until then, I've got these lovely rows going on, and then it's like, nope. I'll sort out anything that I didn't catch. Let's be a bit agent of chaos over here. Lovely. All right. I hope I bought the right amount. I can be a bit forgetful on the precise amount that is needed, but I do believe it's something like 384. But I have been absolutely certain about stuff like that before and then been proven wrong, so... Hopefully I'll have enough fertilizer to finish off the Ginger Island planting as well today. Big planting episode, like I say, but then that would be so worth it when the harvests will come in. Maybe not so much for the cranberries, though. I am making profit on it. It's just... I didn't quite realize how much the seed makers would save me. So it was like 113,000 that I spent on that. And... something like I would end up having to spend instead like 40,000. Big difference. Big enough for me to worry about too much? Not really, though. I'm gonna stress about it. Life's too short. I mean, like, the problem with fertilizers is that they are also so much of a pain to make. Like, you've got to spend your time catching fish to make fertilizers. What a pain. What about 300 left? Okay. Whereas if you fertilize like ancient fruit, it lasts all season long. So I'm thinking that probably from now on, what we will do with this patch of land is to plant ancient fruit on it. Because if it's just a money thing, if it's a case of you need things for like the certain festivals or you need things for a community center, that makes you do variety. Even things like the perfection quest, you need to grow one of every single crop to be able to complete that. Once you've done that, you just need to make money, don't you? You need to get that golden clock on the go. Okay, so we're all fertilized, we're all planted, we're all watered. Lovely. Got 133 left. I'm gonna wing it, I think, and see if 133 will do the rest of Ginger Island. On the way past, we'll have a look and see if Gus is around. Because it is a bit later in the day now. Seems like Willie is gone somewhere. So hopefully he'll still come and take me to Ginger. He's good. He always comes back for this. Like, he'll always do that for me. I need to have a look at how many bananas are on my banana tree. I think it's going to be today or tomorrow, like really soon, that we're going to have this Ginger Island obelisk. And that is going to be super cool. Still no Gus today. It's an odd day because it's 1, so that's okay. Let me just see if I can put any fertilizer. No, must be added before planting. That one though hasn't quite grown somehow, so I'm not sure whether that wasn't watered or something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them didn't get fertilized. It's not the end of the world, is it? I wanted to put like a nice pathway around here as well, so I'll try and do that if I can. I did bring some stone over to do that with. However, I did put loads of stone away as well, so we'll see if the stone is still here. If it is, I'll use it to make a path around the fields, just to try and make it a little bit less easy for the weeds to come in and ruin everything, because the weeds here are the worst problem. I would imagine if we've got stuff growing, it won't be too much of a problem, but you know, we might have to replace the odd plant if it does become an issue. And then there's various things that we want cinder shards for. We want to go check in the walnut room. I've got 2 fish to catch. Got quite a lot of things to do, actually. I don't even know what the anglerfish's stats and things are, so I'm going to have to quickly look that one up. But I did say that beyond year 3, we would look things up. No, beyond the community centre. Beyond year 1, wasn't it? Beyond year 1. I had a year of not looking anything up, and then I was like, well, with the other bundle that we had for the theatre, let's just not worry about that one. If I played this again, I might try harder with Claire and Martin in the beginning of the game, which would allow me to maybe spend more time doing things like watching movies rather than, well, I suppose I could watch movies now, and I don't have time. I've got other things planned, you know, other plans on my mind. So I need to fix that there as well. Didn't spot that one because it was behind a tree. All right. And then let's get some fertilizer down and get some seeds in. So I've got, there was a few seeds in a chest, wasn't there? And there's a few on there. Or did I have them? Maybe I already planted them. I thought I'd put some in a chest, but I think maybe I thought, oh, great, you know, I can plant them because I've got them. I can go back and get the fertilizer, and then it wouldn't let me back on the island. I was very upset about that, to be honest. All right, let's get these in. I've got another 100. I think I could probably get this thing planted out entirely. Well, it gets dark so early in the autumn time. I'm just going to fertilize everything I can. not be able to catch that very bottom strip. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll have enough. Yeah, we're going to run out just before the end, aren't we? Yeah. That's okay. If the bottom row isn't fertilized, that's fine too. I don't really care that much. If we get a chance to go back to Pierre and get a little bit more fertilizer, then that's fine. I'm just going to do what I can here. But this should bring me in a reasonable amount of revenue. I also kind of need to know when to stop with the seed maker as well. Not yet, by a long shot, so. A very varying amount. But like I say, when I harvest, I will go through all 3 fields. So Grandpa's shed, my greenhouse shed, and this area. And we'll just see. Not that seeing is my strong suit right now. It's very dark in the evenings and I don't have my light ring on. Which is probably something to think about when I'm thinking about visiting the Crimson Badlands. That might be a thing to do in the morning. Although it seems to be less dangerous there in the mornings as well, to be honest with you. Okay, so we've got this bit up here. This bit here. This bit here. And that bit down there. I think we're missing a couple there and there as well. I can't quite see, but I think we are. I might not quite have time to get everything down, though, tonight. I'll try my best. We're missing one there. I think we're missing one there. I think we're missing one there. Yeah, we were indeed. And down here. I think I need to go to bed. I think it's just going to be too hard to see. So we're going to have a night on Ginger Island. I've planted all of my cranberries. I planted nearly all of my ancient fruit. We're getting there with that. Then we'll move on to any fish I need to catch. We threw the shark in, so we'll go back and maybe visit him in a couple of days and just see if he wants any treats. Because we're going to be waiting on the shark. Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll go and buy some more fertilizer from Pierre. Probably need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27, 28. 28 bits of fertilizer. So maybe we'll get 30 or so. Fertilizer really is something I cannot be bothered. All right, let's put the seed maker on. I'll plant what I can in the next hour or so, and then we'll just go straight over to Pierre's. And let's just get this field as right as we can. That's what I would say about that. Let's get it as right as we can. I'll go get some more fertilizer for it, and then it's going to just keep on going. It won't then be a case of, well, you did have fertilizer, but, you know, now you don't because you didn't, like, replant it. It won't be like that. So I need about another 25 or so. Right, okay. I will do one more full batch, I think. Might not need every seed I get, but I can always sell the leftovers. It'll be nice to just have this whole thing planted out. And like I say, I'll weed it all. I'll get any extras I will just pop in the chest there just in case any weeds do destroy any of the crops. So that sometimes happens. There we are, all done. So let's go and get like 30 odd fertilizer off Pierre. And I can sell the remainder for 34,000. And then for my next trick, actually, Tilly, a horse would be quite handy to go over to Pierre's because, like, there just isn't a good way to get over there without having to run all the way to the bus stop. I wish I had like a one that took me to the bus stop. I'm so lazy, I know. It's like never fast enough for me at this point. And I think the more you get used to having things like coffee and horses and things like that, the worse you get at that. You're like, oh, I need this thing to make me faster. I don't know how I'd feel if I had to go back to the... Oh, I went straight past PS. If I had to go back to the slow ways of the olden days, like year 1, it would be hard, I think. So I want 30 fertilizer off you. And then I'm going to try to be less dependent on you, although I probably will still buy fertilizer because, like, I cannot be bothered doing all that fishing. Okay, and then back home. You thought I was riding the horse home? No. Back to Ginger Island. We'll check on the bananas while we're over there as well, but I'll just put this last bit of fertilizer down. Then I've got all of my cash crops. That's all of the areas where I don't have to worry about season changes planted out, which is just what you need. I 100% think an extra 450 odd ancient fruit is going to be very helpful per week. I think I only get about 400 now. I think this might double my production. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think it might. Nobody's on the resort yet, so we'll keep checking on that. Also, today is a day where pirates could be a thing. I still need walnuts. So let's fertilize all of these, and I'll water any that have been missed. Lovely. Don't really need to water any that have been missed, but it just kind of keeps them in a bit more of a lockstep with each other. So in 1 season's time, plus a week, so somewhere around winter time, we'll get this big old crop of ancient fruit extra. So around the end of the year, we're going to start seeing lots of extra revenue, which will be lovely. Right, let's go and check the banana tree. It has 3 bananas on it. I think we might have needed 4 bananas. I'll check though. It might have just been 3. If we can get bananas, then I will have a way to and fro from this farm without having to worry. So no, we have 9 bananas. So we'll be able to do that tomorrow when we get our tomorrow's banana. Just fine. So our next order of sale then, order of sale, our next thing to do on our list is to get an anglerfish. Because it's not time for the midnight carp yet. It can be caught in Pelican Town during fall. It is a legendary fish, and it can be caught once per save file. Anytime, any weather. It's a smooth fish, so that's not as hard for me to catch generally, I don't think. The ones that dart around are the hardest for me. Location, Pelican Town. Oh, here we are. There's a trick to it. The player must be standing at the northernmost end of the river, within 15 tiles of the map edge. This includes the wooden plank bridge, all shoreline north of the bridge, as well as the shoreline up to 3 tiles south of the wood bridge. Uh-huh. I guess we need to be on the wood bridge then. That is just above the Joja Mart and everything. Okay. We were just over there a minute ago, weren't we? Oh, well. Might have to run back. But that's okay. Main thing we wanted to do over here was check for Gus, check for the bananas, which there weren't enough of yet, and sort out the fields. So those have all been done. And everything we need to over here. So let's, I guess we run because I think I left Tilly over there. I'm very bad for that. This is why we need the horse flute, because then Tilly would come back. But am I going to spend chi points on a horse flute when I have all these recipes that I need for perfection? No. I will do that if and when I have extra time. Okay, so we want to go all the way up to the wooden bridge. Up the top here. So we can fish from that wooden bridge. So let's go as far up as I can. Maybe fish in this direction, actually. I'm just going to go with whatever bobbers I've got and see if it's difficult or not. It's always worth a try. I believe the glacier fish might be in this location too. Yeah, when it said smooth, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to have trouble with that one. And I've got a diamond and some geodes. Lovely. Again, more things that I do not need. It's 1:50 p.m. What else do we need to do? We need to go to the Crimson Badlands. We need to catch a void eel. Oh, yeah. Let's go catch a void eel. Sorry, Tilly. You know what's going to happen. I'm so bad. A poor horse. She doesn't seem too bothered, though. She really doesn't seem bothered at all. All right, just going to keep an eye on how my bobbers are looking. They're absolutely fine. We've got the cork bobber, other bobber combo. And I was able to catch a void eel from the witch's hut part of it. We didn't have to go into the horrible, nasty swamp. So that's absolutely what we're going to do now. I might poke around for the poltergeist, but I would want to be back here. And in fact, we're in the right place for the midnight carp as well. All right, so let's just give this a go and see if we can catch another void eel. Nope. I wonder how many other people have the glacier carp as their final one. Their final catch. See, so you can catch void salmon here. Like, I was under the impression that you could only catch it in the dark blue areas of the actual, like, forbidden maze. Which I call the witch's swamp. But this area, I think this area is actually what's defined as the witch's swamp. I kind of refer to the whole area as that. But yeah, depending on how fast I can catch this void eel. Like it could be it, actually. Certainly doesn't want to stay still. Oh, no, it was just a void salmon. Okay. Sometimes they're just wigglier than other times. Sometimes you'll get one that's really easy, and other times you'll be like, oh, this is a really hard fish. It'll come out, it'll be a carp or something. You're like, how? Yeah, I want to get this eel. I want to throw it in the pond, and I want to try and get some stuff from it. I'm fairly certain the ones in here are all day, every day. It doesn't matter the weather, all that sort of thing. I don't think a void eel is particularly... needing to be caught at a specific time or anything. Well, we won't run out of void salmon, will we? Void salmon roe. Yeah, it doesn't want to give me a void eel, does it, really? It's like 5 void salmons. You're like definitely one, aren't you? You even feel like an eel to catch. I really hate this dart behavior though. The cork bobber is extremely helpful with that though. That's what we needed. We definitely didn't have one with 2 heads, did we? No. So we'll have him ready for the pond. We've got plenty of time actually. So maybe go and see if we can find a poltergeist. I've got a double crab shell ring thing on at the moment. Shouldn't be too... I've got cheese. All that good stuff. So I believe that the poltergeist was more like over in this direction. I'm so much more used to those guys from the volcano and stuff. I think I have to go round. But it might be a better idea if I do get kind of lost in the swamp, as it were. It might be a better idea for me then to go back via the return wand. I believe it was as we got around here that we were starting to get poltergeists and things. Can't 100% remember though. This place like barely even registers now, does it? It is so bad. I don't need geodes really. Or half the mushrooms or swamp essences. Just trying to really reduce the amount of garbage I've got. Yeah, sure. It's not going to break the bank, is it? I mean, it cost me 700 to buy those, but... nothing around there then. Oh, there they are! Yay! Come here, guys. Come here. I need you. I need you. There's like 3 of them, so as long as they're not too horrendous, I should get what I need, which I absolutely have. So let's just like bug on out. Woohoo! Just need to quickly sell that, and then we need to head on down. Supernatural goo for you. I would like to sort my inventory out a touch, and then we'll head on down to the pond in the Cindersap Forest and see if we can grab that second to last fish. My void eel. The pond. I don't think the pond is ready yet, so I think it might take me a minute to get to the pond. Sorry, to get that going. Ghost crystal. No, that would be in this one, right? I'm trying to remember where I put everything because, you know, don't always remember. Do we have any like swamp forage around? No, not really, do we? Oh well, I'll keep that. Void salmon roe, probably worth selling. Void salmon, probably worth keeping. Yeah, apparently we haven't yet had gold star ones. The one gold star one that I probably did get probably went to the... Yeah, because I was catching silver star ones and then I had to get like a bit of extra help with it, didn't I? So now my fishing level is just like getting me gold ones straight off the bat, which is quite nice. Let's just quickly sell this. And then let's put that onto my fishing rod. We haven't had any trouble catching things we needed or running out of bait at all. But then I haven't had a massive struggle with anything really. The shark was probably the worst one. And I caught that as soon as I got a little bit of extra food in me. So that was good. Right, so this is just perfect timing as well. To the Major's quarters. And we'll go out the door over to the fish pond there. And see, because it's 10 o'clock now. Between 10 and 2, I think, is when the midnight carp is around. So we'll see what we can catch. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's hard to see, okay? It's very dark. I mean, I know I could put my light ring on, but I prefer walking around in the dark, apparently. Hope this isn't too off-putting, but, you know, these are things we need to do at night, okay? Right, so... It does make you appreciate, doesn't it, how dark it gets in the autumn and winter at nighttime. I feel like this might be a normal carp. Just a hunch here. Oh, that's a smallmouth bass. Okay, well, it was very easy to catch regardless. When I started recording this, I had left Tilly in, and this is real Tilly, not horse Tilly, in Avac's room. And I thought she'll be, yay, midnight carp. Woohoo. I don't think I'm going to need to catch tons of them though. I can make a pond of it if I need to. But we've got a lot of fishing food left. I thought we would need so much more fishing food than we did. I thought we'd need to make extra and all sorts. But no, apparently. My phone is in a weird place now because it might have to move because this extra room is next door now. Hello, dear. It's very kind of you to take time out of your busy day to visit my grandson, George, and I. Feel free to drop by any time. You might even find a batch of fresh cookies just waiting for you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Aww. I love Evelyn. She's so cute. All right. So, fish-wise, now, I don't think I need to catch anything. No, we need to make something out of that midnight carp, don't we? We need to make a dish. We'll do that in the morning. Oh, are you always on the side I like to go on? How dare you? So we're only year 5 now, day 3 of 4. So I think probably by the start of year 6, we'll be done with most of the things I want to do in this playthrough. We'll have perfection at that point. So there was a midnight carp involved in making, I think it's seafoam pudding that I haven't made. So let's just double check. I like to double check these things before I go ahead with them. So seafoam pudding. I need a flounder and some squid ink. Let's go get those. There's no way I don't have a flounder, right? I caught so many of them. There's no way I don't have one. There we are. And squid ink. We've got a few. If you can't find squid ink, get the dangerous mines on and fight those squids that bob around in there. Apparently that's a good way to get squid ink rather than having to try and get it from the actual squids. Or a squid fish pond would probably work too, but, you know, not the easiest of ways. So that's that one done. So the final recipe before I have finished all of my recipes is the fried calamari, which will require me to catch a squid in the wintertime. If I haven't caught it by Squid Fest time, I will catch it at Squid Fest time because that's probably going to be a time when there'll be squid around. Just a hunch. But that seafoam pudding can go in my chest. And now I have like 3 of them. So yeah, we can get nearly 10 minutes actually. No, more than 10 minutes. 10.5 minutes of +4 fishing. That's almost a whole day's worth, which is going to be amazing. Just in case that glacier fish is really difficult. So on the 1st of winter, we should have our final fish caught, I believe. Okay, so we are very swiftly approaching the time where the only things left to do are going to be in the Crimson Badlands. Have we done 2 henchman gifts? No, we haven't. So we need to give the henchman a gift, and we also need to give Lance a gift. I believe I've still got some basilisk paws, which he quite likes. So I just think, might I need that though? Oh, he really liked the torpedo fish, didn't he? Let's see if we've got some more of those. I think I caught a few, didn't I? From Fable Island. Yeah, torpedo trout. I think he really likes those. Let's see if he's around. He isn't always around the farm area. I might have to go by his schedule. Sometimes he's around outside. But apparently not today, so. Oh, thank you, Marnie. In fact, that will remind me, when Marnie does things like that, it reminds me to go and check on how much hay is actually in here. It's almost full. That's really good. Let's put that on to the... So I've caught all the fish for the season now, which is great. Let's go and see the henchman. See, I had time apparently to get the poltergeist and the fish, but I didn't have time to actually just go pop in and see the henchman on the way. But that's okay. But yeah, I am going to need to get myself into the Crimson Badlands pretty soon. This Witch's Swamp used to be hard, and now it is just not even a challenge. Alright, hello, henchman. Wait a minute, you spoil me, human. Mensch. But the Crimson Badlands is rough, and it gets rougher the further through it you get. And the closer to the south west of it you get, the harder it gets as well. But there are other places that we can visit within that area. Oh, it's nearly the end of the episode as well. I'll carry on for the rest of the day. So where is Lance on a Wednesday? I thought on a Wednesday he's at Stardew, isn't he? Oh, she's only looking at her. If you just wait there a minute, babe, I'll let you out, okay? She's my cutie pie. I love her so much. What was I doing? We'll go back to here. Let's go over to the Adventurers Guild. I think Monday and Tuesday, Stardew Valley. Wednesday, I think it might be Ginger Island he's at now, though. And Thursday and Friday is like the Highlands. I'm pretty sure. Monday and Tuesday he's around here. So if we want to find Lance, I think we have to go back to Ginger Island. And I had business on Ginger Island. I've got some bananas to collect over there, haven't I? Yes, I do. But yeah, the henchman's the only one that needs present. Hello, I know, I love you. I might have to take a break in a second. You're lucky, you're beautiful. Okay, I will be right back. Now we can continue in peace. Right, so it's a rainy day, so there's no one here. We're still looking for that final recipe, so every time I come over here, I'm going to need to be looking forecast. That'll be easier to do if I have an obelisk. And I think we may have our 10th banana. So let's take the bananas. Let's go and get the dragon teeth. Let's go and get that 10th banana off the tree. This is going to be amazing once it's done. I do need to sort out the edge of the path as well. So that one is banana number 10. And then we'll have a look around for Lance. So let's go and see if Lance is up by the volcano. Typical. Can't even find my own husband. Are you by the volcano? No. Did I get it wrong? Is he in the Highlands today, maybe? All right, let's go back home. And go check his schedule. I should know it off by heart by now, but maybe it's Thursday and Friday, Ginger Island, and it's Highlands today. Let's see. Wednesday, Stardew Valley. Oh, okay. No, it's a valley day today. So, let's go and have a little look up his normal patrol routes, which are around here. So sometimes he's up by the Adventurers Guild. Sometimes he might even be inside the Adventurers Guild as well. I didn't look there because I was like, oh, I don't think he's in the valley today, because of course I have forgotten his schedule because I'm me. To look at these things 100 times over. No, we've got like Gil and okay, some other dudes. Supposed to be in the valley today, so let's have a little look up the top here and see if he's maybe by the adventurers' graves. Might change. Maybe marrying him has changed his schedule around a bit. Nope, not here either. Okay, well, we'll maybe catch him later. He might actually be on the farm as well. That's the other thing to check. Make sure he's not in the house. It doesn't seem to be. There's more jade ready for me. And we'll probably do quite a lot of things like chi quests and things like that soon. Nope. Okay, well, let's grab the iridium. And I'll just keep that turret fish on me. So let's get the iridium bars. Wherever I left them. And let's head on over to the Nexus. It's a lot easier to find Lance generally, actually, in when he is places like the Highland or the Galdoran Outpost, because at least he stood in one place then. Oh, I hope I moved the things. There was a couple of things I don't think I moved, because I want to put the pillar. I want to put the pillar over here, and I think there was some stuff in the way that I wanted to... Yes, there was. I'm glad I remembered that before I got there and had to come all the way back. So the stone owl and the lightning rod need to be moved. So I'll pop the lightning rod in the corner here so that can catch any lightning that goes towards the sheds. And the owl can just go there opposite that chest or something. I think there's a nice place. Just on the corner of the shed there. And then we'll head back over. Now we've got some space allocated. I'll check on the fish pond when I get back as well, if I get a second. And we'll put our Ginger Island post in, our obelisk. So that is obelisk number 4. Once I've gotten this one done, then it's a race to the 8 million for the golden clock. I don't know if the golden clock requires anything more. I can check now because I'm in the exact right place for it. No, it's just 10 million. So it's just a case of getting enough money together. So my island obelisk. Build, please. I'll move these around later if I want to, but it should fit nicely in there, I think. So I've got one for the island, one for the desert. Getting these things done super fast, though. It's an even day, so we're not going to be able to go and look for walnuts today. One thing I could do today, though, is go and have a look in the walnut room. Oh, yeah. I was like, let's go down to the ocean and see. No, let's go straight there. So it's going to basically, that will take me every day. I can check on Gus every day just within about 2 seconds, which is brilliant. I don't know how long it's going to take for him to show up. He will eventually, I'm sure. I'm sure there's been days where I didn't know that that was a thing and he didn't show up. And why am I in here? No idea. Yeah, like I said, anyway, I'm sure there were days where he was there and I didn't know that I needed to buy a recipe off him. And now I do. He's not showing up. Sad times. I was probably full in my head of things I needed to do other than that. So now, obelisks on farm, 4 of 4. Fish, 99%. Okay, 9 walnuts still to find. But like I said, I can pay my way through that one and I won't be too unhappy. But I do want to go and do some more darts with the pirates before I do that. And I would like to at least have a bash at finding them through the parrot. But like if I can't, then for a couple of walnuts, I don't mind. We found 121 of them. Crafting recipes made, 42%. So that's something we're going to be heavily leaning into soon. The golden clock is not there. The monster slayer hero we will also need to complete. We have a lot of dust mites to get. Dust sprites, sorry, they're called. So we've got to get lots of dust sprites while saving money for a golden clock, while doing the last little bits of the Crimson Badlands so that we can get the last bits of produce and forage, while also crafting recipes and maybe finding more golden walnuts. That's not too bad at all. Now then, there's a few recipes that we don't have. Extended members of the legendary fish have returned to the valley. You have 3 days to catch Mazangler, Glacier Fish Jr., Son of Crimson Fish, Radioactive Carp, and the Legend 2. Could do the fishing one. I'm going to take the fishing one. And I think we just fish in all the locations where those fish can be found. And that might be a fun one to do because I haven't had any trouble catching any of those legendary fish. So for 20 points. Oh, let's go back. Sorry, I didn't even check what recipes I can grab with the points I have. I've got something like 90 points. Last thing to check. Well, 91 points. And there are certain recipes, okay? So anything that says recipe on it, we need to grab. So there's a recipe for hoppers, which I will need to make 1 of. Let's grab that. And there's also a recipe for bluegrass starters. Let's grab that. So then the only recipe remaining from Chi is I need another 30 points. I'm sure I can grab 30 points worth of stuff. And then I would probably need to make one of... No, they're not a... Fireworks, crafting. I don't know if I'll need to do anything with fireworks. If I do, I'll grab the stuff for it. Then there was also magic bait. No, I've already got the recipe for magic bait. So it's just the hyper speed grow. There's also a recipe on Ginger Island from the bird here for 50, I think it is, 50 cinder shards. So I can't remember how many cinder shards I have. I'm trying to sort of save up as well for various other things. So it's for the retaining soil. I didn't see any cinder shards in there, but I'll have a proper look when I get back in a second. Let's just go around the corner and see this guy. So over here, this one has deluxe retaining soil recipe. So there's 2 recipes that I'm aware of that I don't have. There might be some others. We'll have to see how we go as we start making things. But yeah, so we caught all the autumn fish that we needed. We got the thing off the poltergeist that we needed. So shipping is looking better. I need to get the shark tooth. I need to get to the... Oh, one thing I need to do, check on the fish pond. I don't feel as bad about like warping away now. Yeah, the fish pond is done. So let's chuck in a lava eel. Not a lava eel, a void eel. Because that's going to be one of the things I need to ship that I haven't done yet. So we need a void eel pond for that. And if once I've got that, I can always change it over to something else. Or if I like the things that are coming out of there and they sell well or whatever, then that's fine too. I'd be better off just buying legendary fish off the Junimos and throwing them into multiple fish ponds. Oh. Yeah. This is Shark Row. Sells for 430 on its own. That might actually be worth a little bit of a go at aging. Things do add up over time, don't they? So throw those in there. I'm keeping that tooth. How much do they sell for? 500. That's nowhere near worth what it costs me to limit. Yeah, oh, hang on. This is not a sell box. What? This is the sell box. Sell all my swamp junk. But yeah, that's nowhere near. I just had like a few spare minutes, so I just chucked whatever I could into these. Maybe we'll do a proper job of it soon. I do want to quickly nip in and check on the wine because, like I say, I'm not even certain what day that is going to be ripe. Yeah, it was. It was 10 mayonnaise from that one ostrich egg as well. So that's 4,300. Wow. Maybe I need to change all my chickens to ostriches. That would be so much more. No, I can't because they live in the barn. So annoying. I'll try and give that torpedo trout to Lance if I see him. I don't think I can give things to him when he's in bed, so I think I still do have to run around the place trying to find him, annoyingly. All right, let's get some eggs and some milk if I can. I don't have that many eggs right now. So let's just go through the goat milk, and then I might have to pop into the coop and grab those. There'll be more eggs. There'll definitely be eggs in there. There'll be eggs in the fridge as well that I can take out. Like, once I've done all the recipes, I won't need to be keeping anything in fridges at that point. Unless I particularly need it as some kind of thing to help me in the Crimson Badlands or something. But I would imagine that probably in the Crimson Badlands, I'm going to want potions. And I don't know whether they stack with food. There's like a path through there all of a sudden. Is that always there? I have no idea. Suddenly seeing all these changes on my farm is a bit weird. But yeah, next episode 100% is going to be all about, because this was all about the planting and the fishing. It's going to be all about the crafting and the Crimson Badlands. But it's going to be hard because I've got to save up for this golden clock while doing the Crimson Badlands. It's like, well, it's a bit rough, that. Because I don't really want to be... Fertilizer away. I don't really want to be, like, losing loads of money to Camilla while I'm trying to save up for the golden clock. That's going to be a bit of a... Those two are going to be a bit against each other, I'm afraid. So, extended family. I've got to catch all of these guys. So, the Legend 2 will be in the mountain. The radioactive carp will be in the sewers. Son of Crimson Fish will be down on the ocean. Glacier Fish Jr. will be up where the same place where we caught the anglerfish. And Mazangler might be there too. Huh. I don't know actually, because I know where he caught the anglerfish, and I'm fairly certain the glacier fish is in the same place. But that will all be for next episode, because I'm going to go to bed now. Let's just see. No, sad times. It's worth a try. Sometimes he might be stood outside. If he is, if I see him like stood outside the farmhouse, I'll make sure I give him a present. I'll make sure that I always have a torpedo trout or a basilisk paw or something like that on me, or some blue moon wine. Same with, I'll always have some void mayonnaise on me as well. But that is going to be the end of that one. Oh, he is right there. So when I log back in, hopefully he'll still be stood there, and I'll be able to just give him his present for the week. I mean, I'm not seeing, like, I wasn't anyway, seeing how many gifts I was allowed to give. So I don't know whether that's now unlimited or what the deal is, because it's not got that gift limit or the speech limit on it anymore. So that's a bit of an odd one, but we shall see. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more Stardew, please subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. Hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.